hamoku shumbala washi kamani ki te kapali esa kochu kopana ne ki kakala. Hinki ki anta kakale asaka a. Hakasiko olo lo na mani ni ki tika atako ola le sakapani ni ka. Helele koshoko. Apa kasiki alele andago. Habagaridia akama seki etoko olo. Abagaridia ataka a itiki amokudishu. Haleli shikamani ni ha ala isi atoko o. Hamagiridi ata ale kiki atoko. Hako sikamani ni ata. Akapesi kititi ato o shokotopa. Hamagiridi asa kabari ni andaka. Halele asa ko lali ambagiridi ata kabari asa ka. Hembagiri siki tika bopeko. Ambagiridi abaru boru ya bari bari abari abari bas kabari abari ya. Habari diga bari diga bisko bari diga bari go bari diga bari ya. Habari diga suguru bari baru bari saka bari diga to bari bari ya. Habari diga to bari bari diga bari boa. Habari diga bari shabari bari Habari dia baru bari Bari dia tu guru bari Habari dia tu bari turu bari dia bari dia tu bera Habari dia guru bari Habari di ko beri di ko beri bari dia da buri bari dia gara dia duru bari dia kudu habari dia bari abru apa sekaman ni shika abali ko ho gabali apakah dia tu ko opaka agi te kapot o sekaman ni ata ka ali hagin sika uti ko shukara bari dia tu ko bari ada Habari dia to ko bari dia sa kapari dia to ko kabari dia da gala ligo to ro bagari dia da bari dia sa kapako shukha Hesi ko shikamani ni anda kabali apako shukabali akari dia mo ko dia saka Pasi kiti atoko ho shikamani ni anda kori haleli asa kabari dia to ko bari adike haleli aduguri amagiri dia sa kabari dia ta kamari dia ta kambuku hambagri sha bari dia to ko ho abagari dia ta ka ha adike dia ta ka ha hisi dia ada Pasti que dia real tu guru ni anda gari di biga di diu sekara bari di anda gari di adu guru ada. Habari di asa kabari di anda guru wara di babari di adu guru o. Ba hung da bogishu ho ba house kapa kale a heke es kona mona. Hakari di anda go o shakamale ek de abuku di anda. Hakari di anda gaseki tika auto ko maga. Haseki di apu una mo una ania. Bayu shukuba la yuntu ko a aseka ale so ko pa ko di anda hambagiri di ita awutu huna mana agali abdu tuku o apaka aisika andeka hasiko o ko kin and anda to ko o pasaka bagidi di a alushu ko pa di isaka amadi ko to ko bagidi di alto ko o hase manne alto ko ho mangadi si kala la yuntu ko wa gadi di adaka Baisha kapate kona Hey katoko koko saka isi kolo oko bagadi kahala andigisa atoko o habagisi kita ushaka ale isukutuko pakatiki bari akolo anaha heki pakushika bagadi gahu amagashu abale tuku ama anegi handogo o doko pasaka bagisi ko kotika ambaka asiki Bari digo, bagisi, bari digo dogo bagadi, bedi yata kosu, baga, hende kosu, bate shika apu, ba. Wow, you got a lot of company in here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is it good company at least?
Oh, got my shish. Yep. Hang on. He's still there. The answer is absolutely. It felt like you had 4 different guides all there delivering you messages. Definitely one galactic because I could barely even enunciate what was coming out of my mouth. That's the first time I had that language come through. I'm not quite sure where it's from. Maybe they'll tell us.
Okay.
Mm. What I'm hearing is that language is coming from your originated uh, um, soul, where your soul originated to, not from, but to. Once your soul was born, it went there,
Mm.
and with your bride, they're saying with your bride. So I'm assuming they mean with Becky in this at this time, your soul bride. They're saying they're calling this person that was with you your soul bride.
Okay, interesting.
They're agreeing with me that the woman that you are now with is the same soul.
Mm.
They're indicating to me like you guys were both at the same time, kind of
Oh,
like your souls were born at the same time.
insane.
Okay, and that you together traveled to the same galactic. They're using the word station, the same galactic station.
Okay.
You are very, very powerful soul, Jacob. Very, very powerful.
Mm-hmm.
He's telling me that you came here in this time, on Earth time, specifically for work that needs to be done
Okay.
in the corner of the world in which you reside.
Right now. Hmm.
So I don't see you. I don't get the sense or the feeling that you'll be leaving there. That your work is to be done where you are.
Okay, interesting. Because I moved here 3 years ago.
Pardon me.
I just moved here 3 years ago.
Oh,
So
okay. Well, then you are where you're supposed to be.
yeah. So.
And they're also telling me that you are with the woman you were supposed to be with.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay.
He's saying to me, if you have any reservations about that, clear your mind because you are supposed to be with her.
Okay, that's good.
Um, he says that you two. He says the two of you have united in many, many lifetimes together. You've traveled in many lifetimes. Well, I'm getting the cold chills. You've traveled together in many, many lifetimes, is what they're telling me.
Interesting.
And he's giving me a really strong sense that you guys are the yin and yang almost of one soul.
Hmm.
That's the feeling they're giving me.
Wow, okay.
Okay? He's saying that you have great things ahead of you, and he's using the word cusp. So you're right there. You're right on the cusp of things happening.
Well, it certainly feels like I'm on the cusp of something.
Yes, he's saying that you are. He's also telling me that your intuition has been very strong recently and guiding you. And he said to continue to listen to your intuition because your intuition is going to take you where you need to go.
Okay.
Okay? He's kind of giving me the feeling that some things are being presented to you and not a normal life pattern, but in a spiritual pattern.
Meaning,
If they're not already being presented, possibilities for expansion, I guess, is kind of where they're leading me. For you to take your spiritual um, mission, they're using the word mission, and move it forward, because you are going to affect and make many, many changes in others around you. They're
okay.
showing me the purity that's inside of you. You're a very, very pure soul. And they're also telling me that this a purity that you have within you, that lives within you, is about to burst itself wide open, and you will be able to feel it in a way that you have never felt an emotion before. And they
Hmm.
want you to understand when this happens, you're not going crazy. This is purity. This is the purity of who you are coming forward for the message that you will be bringing.
Okay. Wow.
They're talking about meditation. They need you to do much, much meditation. They're saying much meditation is going to help this open up for you.
Yeah, I have been trying to.
Yes. They're saying um, don't make a project out of it. Just simply go to a safe space in your mind and let them do the rest. They're saying this. Just leave the clutter of today aside. You don't have to try to have a quiet mind.
Yeah,
Yeah, because they need your mind to work with. They will be using your mind. They will be bringing you. He's telling me they'll be bringing you visions of things to come.
I think they have already.
He just said that he's already had some.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's we're right on. You're right on target. You've already had them. They're already coming. He's saying in these quiet moments they'll be able to show you more, and he's using the word in a more expansive view, so that you won't. It won't be constricted to just time and space. It's going to be much bigger. That you'll be able to see where this is all going, and they're also going to give you the which they really don't do very often, I don't think. They're also going to give you visions of the results of the things that are ahead of you. In other words, they're going to take you and jump
Hmm.
visually over and show you the end results of what you were going to accomplish. And that amazes me. That just really amazes me that they're going to show that to you.
Wow. Why would they do that? I mean,
So that he's telling me so that you have no doubt.
yeah.
Okay?
That's,
No doubt.
yeah, okay. But free will still is an important element of, you know.
It is. It is free will. You still, they will, and he's saying they can never take that away from you. He says, but this is, he's using the word the fruition of why you came here.
Okay.
They want you to see what you signed up for, okay, and how it's going to affect. And he's not using, he's actually using the world, how it's going to affect the world.
The world.
The world, right? How it's going to affect the world,
Okay.
okay. He's actually showing me with you on a stage somewhere.
Huh.
So this is gonna. It seems to me like this is gonna become quite large. As far as you being known for the messages that you will be bringing forward, he's using the word wild. It's going to move like wildfire, is what he's saying. So once you step into that place where you start sharing with others, speaking with others, it
Yeah.
your messages are going to grow and they're going to get bigger and they're going to be um, people are going to be seeking your message. He's using the word seeking your message.
The stage, does it have could it have something to do with acting maybe?
He said there is no acting in your abilities. This is all coming. He's saying this is more than a theater play.
Yeah.
Okay, this is wow. He's using the world. He's using the world stage, which is amazing. He's talking now. Maybe that's a step. Let me see. Um, Let me see if there's a connection to the word acting and what you're doing. He was very kind of when you use the word acting because he wants you to know that this job that's coming forward is coming from your soul.
Well, yeah, I don't feel like I'm acting when I act even, so maybe that has something to do with it.
Yes,
Like,
but that maybe that's maybe the stage like you're talking about. Maybe that's all intertwined. Maybe that's a step in getting you where you're going to go.
yeah, yeah, I thought about this. Yeah.
Okay. Um, he says your intuition will carry you into that, and you will know what to do when to do it.
Okay.
And he's kind of showing me that Becky is going to be like, in your life, is going to be, okay, okay. He's showing me, he's showing me a medical backboard for some reason. So she's going to be your back. She's going to be the one that is going to be there to organize everything and keep everything in a nice steady flow in the direction the two. He's saying, but it's in the direction that the two of you will be going. You are He's saying that she has always been your support system and you have always been hers.
Mm-hmm.
And right now in this role, he's telling me that she has a quiet place in all of this, meaning she's probably not going to be on stage with you, but
Oh,
she is going to be extremely instrumental in, he's using the word like in the booking session, getting you the venues that you need and where you need to go. So she's going to be like the person that's going to take care of all the books.
manager. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, like a manager.
Okay.
To benefit you both, he's saying, and the most important thing is, he's telling me that both of you carry a very humble soul, so this won't be about financial gain. It's
Mm.
going to be about spreading the light and waking people up to the spiritual side of life and removing all of the, he's using the term, all of the forced ideologies of religion that have been placed on humankind.
Okay. Interesting.
Those are his words. And this is what part of your mission is to open the eyes
Yeah.
so that people can tell the difference between religion and spirituality.
Mm.
Religion is something that's controlled by man. Spirituality comes from your heart.
Yeah.
Okay? And that's going to be your message.
Interesting.
Okay?
It's a pretty message. Yeah. Okay.
He's telling me to tell you that all things will come to you from them.
Okay.
So if suddenly you get thoughts in your mind, he's saying, write them down.
Mm.
If you feel something, write it down. He's talking about keeping a journal. Write it down, write it down, write it down, write it down. Because
Well,
all of these are their messages to you.
okay.
And these are tools that you will use in this mission.
Mm. Okay. Interesting.
I'm trying to find out who this particular person is that's talking to me.
Okay.
Okay, this is very curious. So this must be an essence of you because he's calling himself Jacob.
Oh,
Is that your name? Is that your birth name?
my birth name. The Ang- Anglo-Saxon version of my name. Yeah.
Because he's calling himself Jacob. He is telling me that he is part of your soul.
Wow.
He's essence of your soul. And that's what, wow. Ooh, he's going to make me cry because I'm feeling the emotion between your soul and his soul. He's telling me that right now he is extremely overwhelmed to be seeing you through human eyes, through my eyes.
Wow.
Um, he's saying, I have missed you, my friend, although I am with you.
Mhm.
He says, together we have great work to do, much work to do. And he wants me to tell you that financially you and Becky will always be okay. You will always, he's saying there will never be extreme wealth, but you will never need for anything. Is what
Yeah,
he's saying.
that's what you told Becky as well. And it's a major concern of mine nowadays, as well.
Yes, he's saying you will always have what you need. Okay, he's saying your mission in life has nothing to do with material things.
Yeah.
Your mission in life is from the heart, but they
Hmm.
will make sure that your human needs are always cared for in this mission.
Wow.
He also has a good sense of humor because he says, and occasionally you will afford caviar. I don't ever know if you like caviar, but he must like it.
Not really into caviar, to be honest. Okay, but yeah, that's reassuring.
He says, that's what he says to me. Occasionally you will afford caviar. I guess that means that there'll be enough for you to
Yeah,
enjoy life. Yes. Enough
just this
Mhm.
particular thing is, yeah, okay.
That was kind of nice. how blessed you are, how
Mm.
blessed you have always been. And he's also saying, and your soul has always been humble for the work that it has done throughout the millenniums. He's saying this has always been your job. You have always come
Mm.
to spread the word of spirituality. Okay, and that he's telling me that the point in this human life that you're living right now in this incarnation
Yeah.
has all been in preparation for this moment. You've received things that you need along the way to prepare you here. He's also giving me a sense that you were probably brought up in a home that was relatively calm and not real a lot of confusion all the time.
Yeah, yeah, it was pretty safe
Yeah,
and
and
materialistically and well, emotionally, I guess. Um,
that's what he's saying. That is what you. He's using the word that is what you prescribed for. He's using that word prescribed for, and coming in because you wanted a very calm nature, and he says that most of your lives have been that way, been very smooth, very calm. You've lived. He's telling me that in all the lives that you lived, they have always been a very loving
mm,
life.
mm,
He's showing me, or he's telling me something about India. Um, in one of your parallel lives, or we humans call them past lives, but they're actually parallel lives.
yeah,
He's
type.
showing me you in India.
Okay, interesting.
Um, I see you sitting on the ground. I see you sitting in like a meditative position, almost
Hmm.
like you were a monk or something. Like you, because you're wearing robes and you're with others that are dressed just like you,
Okay.
and you're kind of sitting on the ground. And it appears as though you guys are all together, a big crowd, and you're all meditating or praying, one or the other.
Mm.
He's saying yes. What I'm seeing is what he's giving me to see. He says the reason he's showing you this is he wants you to know that you have deep within you the ability to go into an extremely deep meditation and trance.
Wow.
You just
Well,
you have to trust yourself. That's all.
I haven't experienced this in this life, but yeah, I'll trust him. Okay, this one.
He's saying you just need to trust yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and he's telling me that once you let go, once you trust yourself,
Yeah.
this is going to come about very, very quickly. That you will be able to go into these trances, and during those trances, you are going to also be getting messages, and you will have recall of these messages.
Hmm.
He's also telling me that in the light language that I'm going to be sending you,
Okay.
have in your mind when you listen to it, it's not for Linda, it is from your guides.
Yeah.
Okay, and he's telling me that you have activation codes in those, so he
Mm-hmm.
wants you to listen to it often. He's saying often. In
All
fact,
right.
he's suggesting the same thing that he suggested for Becky is to
Yeah.
start your meditation with that, listen to that, and then allow yourself to go into a deeper state.
All right. I'll try that.
He wants me to tell you that there's going to be many, many rewards for you there.
Mm-hmm.
So he's giving me the sense that once you step back from the trance, you are going to have so many good euphoric type feeling, like a euphoric like feeling, and you'll come to a point that you'll almost feel addicted to doing it.
Hmm.
That you'll feel the need and the desire to get into that place over and over again. So it's coming. It's coming as soon as you let it go.
Yeah. I'll try.
So this will help you
Okay.
get there. He's saying that will definitely help you get there because the codes are there for you. Do you have any direct questions you want to ask him?
Wow. So many of them. Yeah. Well, everything you told me was quite overwhelming, to be honest. Because right now I feel like I'm very at a point where I'm pretty much stuck in my life. Like nothing is going on at all, and I'm not sure how to get out of it to this point where I, get my life on the move.
Okay, he's telling
What's
me,
up with that? Yeah.
yeah, he's telling me to tell you that's why you're here today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because this is what is going to make the tables turn, he's saying.
Okay.
Okay? He's saying this will make the tables turn. Listen to the light language. Do your meditation, go into your trances. This is going to make the change. And it's going to give you the direction, and it's also going to give you all the information you need to move forward. He's not giving me the sense that somebody's going to knock on your door and say, okay, we want you to do this. He's giving me the sense that when you open up and when you start receiving these messages, you're going to be knocking on the doors and saying, this is what I have for you.
All right. Okay.
That you will be out seeking how you can spread this information and how you can use this information. But again, he's also saying to me, because you use the word free will,
Uh-huh.
okay, you do have the free will to stop this. And he's saying if you try to stop this from happening, okay, they're just going to keep pushing you. And he's telling me you don't want them to do that.
Yeah, I believe him.
Okay, that's what he's saying. You don't want them to do that. They want you to listen and allow this stuff to come forward at this time.
Yeah.
Because otherwise what they do is they put you in a position to kind of like, and you don't want to go there. He's saying, make it easy on yourself. Okay, you're ready now. You're ready now. You're ready now. This is what he's saying. He's saying, Jacob, you are ready now. You are ready now. You are ready now.
Really? Because.
He said you have to get your human brain out of the element. You have to stop thinking so much.
Yeah, that's always been my problem.
Yes. He said get out of your brain and get into your heart. Okay, that's what he's saying. Get out of your brain and get into your heart.
Okay.
Whatever you're doing for your daily life right now and sustaining and all those things, he said all of those are going to remain the same right now until this stuff here gets activated. He's also telling me to tell you that nobody's going to come in and drop a lottery bag in front of you.
Damn.
Okay, so he says that's not going to happen either. But much is on the cusp. He keeps saying much is on the cusp. It's on the cusp. All you have to do is accept it at this point. And he's also saying for me to tell you to rely a lot on Becky, because she's also going to be getting much intuition and direction also.
Okay.
Okay, so he's using the word team. You guys are a team.
Yeah.
Okay.
Feels. Yeah.
Yeah. He says you're a team, so you need to. He says He's telling me to tell you that you guys need to join your thoughts together, and you will see how they resonate with each other.
Okay.
Okay, and you will see. He's telling me you will see a pattern there that your thoughts and her thoughts are the same.
Yeah, that's nice.
More questions?
Yeah. Well, yeah, we touched on this past life thing. Was this the past life that influenced this one the most, or are the other ones? Or
He said the reason they brought this one in right now was so that you know that you can and you have the ability from that life to go into these trances.
Okay.
He brought that forward to alleviate your own personal doubt as to how deep you can actually go. He wants you to know that you can. And they brought that forward. So we'll ask him if there's another one also.
Okay.
showing me right now is the pyramids in Egypt.
Hmm.
Um, it's almost like he's trying to tell me that you were a pharaoh in Egypt, and I
Oh.
don't know quite what a pharaoh is, but that's the word he's using. I believe that's pretty high up there, almost like a king or something.
Yeah, yeah, it's a king slash god, I believe. Something.
Yes, you're buried there. Your remains are buried there. Let me see if he'll tell me who. Um, he's saying Tut, 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 Tut.
King Tut.
Yes, yes,
That's
that's
a
it.
over the top, I would say.
Yes. He said, this is a life that you lived. That's how royal you are. That's how royal your soul is. And they want you to know that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? He's telling me that many, many lives that you have lived have been on that level.
Wow.
Um, I think, they have unearthed King Tut's
I believe, yeah, I believe
tomb
it.
because he's showing me you exposed to the air. So that I think they have uncovered him because that's what he's showing me, that he has been, your remains have been uncovered. Okay, so because he's showing me them with like the sun shining on them, so that would lead me to believe they're not still in the ground or aren't in the cave or wherever they tomb. I guess tomb is the right word he's saying. In the
Yeah.
tomb. He's trying to tell me because he sees me being surprised. He's trying to tell me that at this time, right now, all of these great souls have incarnated on earth for the movement that we're now experiencing. And we've all come with intent. We all have intent um, in this life to um, bring awareness, to remove control of the hierarchy, is what he's saying, and allowing the people to be free. Be
Yeah.
free. Be free to believe. Be free to live their lives without this control. And he's talking about the control, money, 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 money. And everything's about money. That's why we're controlled the way we're controlled. And he's saying this is not just U.S., Canada, or this is the nations, the world on Gaia. He's saying all these nations are all people are controlled. All people are really typically, he's saying, humans are just puppets.
Yeah.
And he said this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to, throughout the world, they're trying to cut the strings of the puppetry and allow us to be who we are meant to be. And he wants me to tell you that the work that you will do now,
Mm-hmm.
okay, they're giving you the visionary of what you're going to accomplish at the other end, like they talked about earlier. But he's saying the main core of what you will accomplish in this lifetime while you are here, you will see when you cross back over.
Oh,
You'll see
only.
the magnitude of it.
Mm-hmm.
He's saying all light workers will see the magnitude of their work when they cross over. Because he's saying as humans, we can only see the venue around us.
Yeah.
But as souls, we see the whole venue. And how it affects, how what we've done affects others.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
Next question.
Well. Um. Well, yeah, it's more about the practical things in life. I feel like, well, sometimes I feel like connecting with others is difficult for me. And I wonder why, if I'm here to do all this work. I mean, shouldn't it be easier for me?
He's saying you're an empath, and you need to learn how to protect yourself. And
Yeah,
he tells me that you already have an idea about that.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And he said you need to do that. But this is one of the things that you have come here to overcome. Okay? and he said that okay, he's using the thing. He's saying if all things were so simple, then why would we come to learn? So what this is one of the lessons that you have come here to learn is how to protect yourself and how to overcome. He's saying how to overcome the venue in which you will be needed in. So I guess what you're saying and what he's saying is they're very much aware of how you feel. Um, and this is going to be an overcoming step for you to be able to stand before so many people in a large group. But at the same time, that's where Becky's going to step in and be somewhat of a filter for you.
Hmm. Okay, that's interesting.
But it's something you will overcome, he says, with your meditation and trances.
Yeah, well, hmm. I guess I might have in parts because I do have
Hmm.
some acting experience, so it might have something to do with that. Maybe the acting is that's what the acting's role is in all this.
Yes, yes, yes. Um, let's see. Let's see if you have worked on stage in the past somewhere.
Okay.
Let's ask them. But what he's showing me is a vaudeville,
Vaudeville.
yeah, clown.
Oh.
Um, like you entertain in vaudeville on some level. I don't know if you were the clown or the clown is is there to introduce you or what. Let's see what he else he shows me. Okay, you're being presented, and the clown is presenting you because I can see the clown going like, and I can see curtains opening.
Uh-huh.
But that would have been during the vaudeville era,
Yeah, okay.
which I'm not quite sure what those years
Uh,
are.
like turn of the century, I believe, or beginning of the 20th century, I guess.
Okay, so that's what he's showing me, and that's the word he used, vaudeville. So that might have been your last incarnation here,
Hmm.
and that might have been in preparation for what you're going to do now. You learn how to entertain audience.
Huh.
I'm not sure what you're doing. Hang on, let me see if you'll show me what you were doing. You were a musician, a magic.
Oh.
You were magic. You were a magic show.
Wow, I have no inclination for that whatsoever in this life.
Yes, you were a magic show.
Hmm.
The reason why I know that is I can see doves flying out of a hat.
Oh,
That's what he's showing me, doves flying out of a hat.
nice. Hmm.
So you have had some, and he's telling me that you have been on many life stages is the words that he's used in lives that you have lived. He's saying that's the most recent stage that you were on, but you have in your life, and he said even being a pharaoh, being Tut, he said you were on a life stage. All of that is life stages.
Hmm.
Okay,
Interesting.
so you have lived life stages for many lives, is what he's saying.
Hmm.
Maybe this is a duality that you ask for in this lifetime because you've done that and had to do it in so many other lifetimes, being on a stage, being in a presence where many people would be around. So maybe you wanted to sense the duality of that comfort level to know what
Yeah.
it's like not to be comfort there.
Well, I keep asking about the stage, about acting, because right now I don't even have a daily job. I mean, I have a hard time finding something to do with my life just to sustain myself.
Right.
And acting has always seemed like the answer to me. Always seemed like one of my few comfort zones. So um, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing other than that in this life, just to support myself. I mean.
is your acting career, how's that working for you?
Wow.
That was his answer. How's that working for you?
What does it mean?
That means how's that working for you? Are you finding acting jobs?
Right now, I mean, he's being sarcastic because
I think so. I think he's being
it's
sarcastic.
it's pretty mean.
Huh?
It's pretty mean. Okay.
No, he's not being mean. He's being open and honest with you. Um, they do have great sense of humor sometimes. Believe me. Um, his answer is you're definitely going to be on stage again, but it's just going to be in a different venue than what you see yourself.
Okay.
And I think he's talking about the spiritual things that are coming up for you.
Hmm.
Do you guys belong to, and this is me asking, do you guys belong to any type of a group right now that is um, and I think this come up in Becky's too, a spiritual group of any kind?
No, not really. Uh, just
Okay. Um, he's saying something about there's something out there that you guys need to start researching and find. And he's telling me that it's something local. That, and it's not religious, it's spiritual. Um, and I think maybe he brought this up to Becky too, because he talked about the internet, going on the internet and doing a search for
hmm.
for groups, spiritual groups in your area,
Okay.
because you have to have he's telling me you have to have a starting point. You have to go where other people with the same mindset and the same, right,
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
help you in this ability to get in the right place at the right time is kind of what he's saying. He says that
Okay.
you have to step out of your comfort zone is what he's saying.
Yeah. Makes sense. Um,
But he's not really giving me he's not giving me any strong views of you, like in a play or a movie or anything like that. He's just showing me you on a stage. I see you with a microphone,
hmm.
um, but it has a real strong spiritual feeling to it. It doesn't have like,
It's not stand-up comedy or something like that.
yeah, it doesn't have that feeling, but he's certainly saying that comedy does help. But that's not what he's giving me that sense. He's giving me the
Okay.
sense that where you're going and what you're doing,
Hmm.
humor is going to be very important as well, to get your messages out and get around people. But he said, step out of your comfort zone, find a spiritual group that you and Becky both can feel comfortable with. And he's also telling me that you might have to go to 2 or 3 before you find the right place. And he's also saying that the minute you walk into the right place, you will know it.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, I've been thinking about this actually. Seeking out more individual with
With the same interests.
their mindset. Yeah.
He said that's your intuition. So
Yeah.
follow your intuition. And he's using the term "don't drag your feet,"
Okay.
because he's saying cusp. He keeps bringing to me that this is just on the cusp of breaking wide open. I can feel him touching my head. That's how close he is to me right now. I can feel vibrations around this side of my head. Um,
Wow.
he he's telling me to tell you a story about the word cusp. Okay,
Okay.
and the story goes this: I was doing a channeling, and the son of the woman that I was doing the reading with popped in. He had passed away already, and he said to tell his mother that he was standing on the threshold. He's using the word threshold to receive his grandmother,
Hmm.
and that same day, that reading was at 10 a.m. and at 3 p.m. that day, I got a text from this woman saying that his grandmother had just passed away. So he's saying cusp, and he's relating it to threshold.
Mm.
So my guess is all of this is just on the threshold for you to make the right step, the next step, and the right step for everything to start falling into place.
All right. Okay. Um,
Is there a loved one that has crossed over that
yeah,
you'd like to see if they're here?
there's actually only one. My grandfather, who's already dead for like 12 years, I believe.
What's
Um,
his name?
his name was, well, the Hebrew version is Yitzchak. It's Isaac, basically.
Isaac? He must be here because he's saying, yes, my son.
Hmm.
Um, he's saying to me, he's saying to me, he's coming to you with great honor to have called you grandson. He says, I see the greatness you have been and will be. And he's saying, you please call on me to help you. He he's telling me that he's telling me that when you were the Pharaoh, that he stood by your side. So you've traveled many lives with him too, because he shows me you. He shows me you sitting there,
Hmm.
and he's sitting or not sitting. He's standing right next to you. I'm getting the feeling that he was your confidant. He was the person that made sure you got up in the morning, made sure you got dressed, and made sure you got where you had to be. That he was your third arm. He's saying, I was always your third arm.
Wow.
What that means to me, nothing, but other than almost like a servant,
I, yeah,
a
so,
close, very close
sounds
servant.
like, yeah. Hmm.
Okay. Um, do you have a living relative now that is a male who is either I'm getting the word cousin in your life, who is younger than you, much younger than you?
Cousin was much younger than me. Hmm.
A male cousin much younger than you.
No,
A
there is,
nephew, maybe a nephew? Is there a nephew?
there is a nephew, actually. Yeah, yeah.
I'm
He's
getting the feeling that your grandfather's incarnated into this person.
really,
That's the feeling I'm getting because he's showing me a young boy, definitely a boy,
yeah.
and he's also he's kind of like telling me that as this child ages, he also will be involved in your work. He will be close to you once again, is what he's saying.
Okay, that's interesting.
How old is this child now?
He's only a few months old. I think 5, maybe.
That's really, really young.
Yeah.
Is there nobody around the 11-year age that is a male in your family?
No, there is none.
What about Becky's family?
Wow, she has so many cousins. I wouldn't know where to start. No idea. But she's not really close to any of them, I think.
Okay, let a minute. Maybe I'm mixing this up. Hang on. He's giving me the number 11 for some reason.
Mm.
Okay, I think the message that I'm getting is that when this child turns 11, for some reason, that's still a very young age though, that that's when you guys are going to hook up again somehow or another. And this is going to be on the spiritual level. This is going to be okay. All right. He's this child, okay, it must be this 5-month-old that you're talking about,
Yeah.
is going to step in to everything that you build when it's time for you to step out. In other words, when you reach retirement age, he will be the right age to step into your place. And he will start learning from you openly by age 11.
Wow.
That's kind of what the feeling, the sense that he's giving me.
Mm.
That this child at age 11 is when it's going to become apparent to you that he's going to be, okay, he's using the word groomed to step into your shoes.
Okay, that's interesting. Mm.
Um, okay. He also wants me to tell you that in the other lives that they have shown you,
Yeah.
okay, um, on stage when you were the musician, okay,
Magician.
yes, when you were the musician, pulling the doves out of the hat, remember?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Vaudeville, okay, he was the clown,
Oh,
okay.
really?
He said that, yes, he's telling me that the two of you traveled together for all these shows, and he's using the word, I was your sidekick. He's been with you. He keeps saying in many, 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 many lives, he's with you. This person is with you. This soul is with you. He's connected to you in many lives, is what he's saying.
Hmm. Okay.
Now, would the Pharaoh? I don't know what in Egypt are they Hebrews in Egypt?
Hebrew?
Uh huh. You're
Uh,
Hebrew, right? You were born into a
I
Hebrew
was born
family.
in Israel, yeah. No, I don't think they actually were any Israelites in Egypt.
I don't know either, but I was just wondering if that was a connection there. Your grandfather is telling me that no, 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 no. Um, that he's saying the souls live. Let's see. How is he saying this? Okay, he's saying that the souls have an opportunity to come into the lives of every earthly religion that is there, every skin type. He's using the word that is
Yeah.
that exists there. Um, because one is a Hebrew now does not mean that they have had every incarnation as a Hebrew or Israelite or any of those things. We have the opportunity to be all of those things.
Yeah. Pretty sure that's the point of reincarnating.
That that's I think he's doing that for me because he senses my confusion trying to put things together, and I think he's doing that for me.
Okay.
Thank you very much. He goes, "You're welcome."
All right.
I must tell you that it does get very candid over there. It really does. I've been absolutely amazed by the communication that I receive from spirit when they're sharing.
Mm.
Yes, and it's not all what when we think of spirituality, we think of reverence.
Yeah.
That everything is like shh, 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 shh.
Yeah, obviously. It's just,
It's not like
yeah.
that at all.
Yeah. Looks like sometimes they might have different plans for us.
Say that again.
Sometimes they have different plans for us. I mean,
Yes. Do you have any questions?
well, I do, but I guess it'll have to wait for another session.
We've got time for another one.
Um, yeah, Becky's father, who just passed away, um, was where I always felt especially close to him. Was there a spiritual reason for this, where we connected on a spiritual level, maybe in different past lives, maybe?
What is his name?
Joseph.
Oh yeah, he came in. Didn't he come
Yeah,
in and talk to? Yes, he did. He
he,
came in and
he,
talked to her.
yeah.
He's saying yes. He's saying yes. He's saying you and his daughter have lived many lives together, and I have lived many lives with her. so I have many, many lives with you. And he said that he's talking about your eyes and his eyes, that when you looked at each other with your eyes, you felt your soul connection. You
Yeah,
felt, he's using the word, the strong, deep familiarity of souls.
yeah.
So he says you were correct. Um, you couldn't have one without the other, he's saying.
Mm.
See, they're talking about, when they're talking about your soul and Becky's soul, they're talking about, like your guide said, you guys are like a yin and yang of one almost. A lot of people call that um, soulmate. Other people call it flame, something flame.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, and
Familiar
he's
with.
saying, no, 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 it's not those things. It's much more than that with you and Becky. You are the yin and the yang.
Mm.
And the yin and the yang, although often change incarnations,
Yeah.
you two have always been together in your incarnations.
Wow.
That means that her type soul circle is your type soul circle, and vice versa, because you're traveling in the same circle.
Yeah.
And
It's
this
pretty
boy,
amazing.
right, and this boy that has come in is in that type circle as well. This soul has traveled also with you many, many times.
Mm.
Have you? You haven't had the opportunity to see this child yet, have you?
No, I did. I actually I've seen him. Yeah, quite a few times.
Have you?
I love him to death. He's adorable. He's yeah.
Okay. Well,
Feel really close to him, but
there you
I
go.
don't see him very often. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Um, uh, that sense that you're feeling again is another soul connection. Is what you're feeling. It's what your grandfather's saying.
Mm.
Okay. Now I'm going to ask you a question. This is coming from me. I
So,
probably could ask them, and they would tell me. But his parents, are they open to spirituality on the level that you are?
yeah, I don't know about that. No, I don't think so. At least not on a conscious level.
Okay, so I think they're trying to tell me that this child will be a catalyst for that.
Interesting.
I think what they're trying to tell me is that that child is going to bring forward much that will open their eyes. I'm kind of getting the feeling that this child is going to hear and see spirit.
Really?
Okay, very young,
Mm.
and he's telling me, unlike most children do see because they have the innocence and they can see through the veil.
Yeah.
This child not only is going to retain that ability, but he's going to be he's going to know that it's a special gift, and he's going to share it. With most children, your grandfather's saying, with most children, it's normal for them because nobody's ever told them they couldn't. But
Yeah.
this child is going to know that it's not so normal, and he's going to share it. So it's going to start opening their hearts and opening their minds.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Something to look forward to.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. He's saying spend as much time with this child as you possibly can, because
Yeah.
your energy and his energy will help
Mm.
when the two energies come together.
Mm.
Will be very beneficial for you and for the child.
Okay.
He's telling me that um, he is a very evolved soul, your nephew.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is. Yeah.
Yes, just like you. He's saying just like you are.
No, his development is very, very rapid. It's insane. He's acting like a 1 year old already.
Yeah. He's very special, he's saying. Very, very special. Did that open another question?
Um, yeah, I have so many other questions, but yeah.
One more before we close up.
One more.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a stupid question. It might sound stupid, but I don't think it is, but it might sound silly to some people. I have a cat, a 2 year old Birman cat, and she's a beautiful, gorgeous creature, and I love her to death. Is she supposed to play some role in my life? Because I have a feeling that, of, um, she's also kind of special.
Yes.
I've had cats before, but this one is
This one is a special cat. Is what your I think your grandfather is answering this one.
yeah,
And he says if you go back and you look into um, the life of an Egyptian pharaoh, you will see that cats were a very
that's
honored species
yeah, that's
and
true.
a soul-bearing species. And this cat was one that was very much in your life during that time.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
your connection that you feel with that cat has
yeah.
traveled many lives with you also.
Okay, that's beautiful.
Yes, yes. So your feelings are correct that there is a special bond there.
Hmm.
He's your cat. That's what he
Yeah,
said. He's your cat. He's your cat. And all cats have souls.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Cats,
That's
dogs, yes.
obvious. Yeah.
Yes, they have souls. But that was his answer. It wasn't a silly question at all.
Well, to some it might sound like a silly question, I guess.
Okay.
Okay.
Are
Yeah.
you do you feel better now?
I guess. Yeah, I do. Yeah. Thank you very much. It was very interesting, very enlightening. Um,
Very good. I will send this to you via Skype so that you can review it. And let me write down. I probably have it, but give it to me again. Your let me
my
turn
e-
the let me turn the camera off here. We don't need that going.
okay.